Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. I've been selling on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace for over 9 years. I'm currently doing a little over $20,000 a month in my reselling business. I also, run this YouTube channel. I'm into real estate. I do a couple other businesses as well. But today I want to talk to the beginner reseller. I want to talk to the person who maybe has been watching my videos, or maybe you stumbled upon some TikTok videos or some clips on Instagram and you're like, you know what, this reselling thing kind of seems cool. Maybe I want to sell on eBay or Amazon or Facebook Marketplace, but I really don't know where to start. What should I resell? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you step by step the 6 steps to figure out what you should resell and how to move forward. It's huge. In business, you get rewarded for taking action. You're never gonna make money if you don't find a way to add value to the market. And the way that you add value and make money from a reselling business is finding items undervalued, bringing them to the market, right? The various platforms, which we'll talk about, and you sell them and you're able to make money on that arbitrage from buying low to selling high. That's the name of the game. It's really simple. You buy stuff, you source it, you list it, you ship it, and you rinse and you repeat. But where do you start? So let's jump into this video. Where should you start if you are brand new and you don't know what platform to sell on, what you should sell? Well, the first thing that I would recommend is to ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What am I really, really passionate about? Is there something that you're interested in? I have a couple of friends of mine who are really, really big into fashion. They love clothes, they like dressing up, they like going out, they like just looking good, and they started their business selling clothes. I have a good friend of mine, Vinny. His dad grew up collecting toys, and he was raised in a family where he saw the value in like old vintage collectible toys and whatnot, and now he sells toys full time. And he had scaled his business up to $7,000 a month a couple years ago. I think it's come down to around $4,000 or $5,000 a month, maybe a little bit less now because he's doing some other hustles and whatnot. But that's another example. Maybe you love to read. Maybe you want to start with books. What are you passionate about? So take out a pen and a pad or a Google Doc, because we're in 2022 right now, and just write down a bunch of things that you're passionate about, and that's going to be a really good start. So let's keep following along. Let's keep moving forward, but let's think about what you're really into. Number 2 is ask yourself, is there a platform that you have in mind, right? And this is going to, again, go back to maybe your passions or just maybe your individual personality. So let me give you an example. Maybe, for example, you like cycling, you like fixing up bicycles and doing things like that. Maybe a platform to consider is Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, because in that situation, and that's how I started my business 9 years ago, I flipped over $20,000 worth of bicycles in 1 year, and then I moved on to eBay and Amazon. But I enjoyed that because I was always a people person, and I enjoyed engaging with people, and I would fix up and clean up these bikes, and I would list them on Craigslist. Back then, Facebook Marketplace, I don't even think it was a thing. It didn't even exist. And it was fun. People would come, they'd see the bikes, they'd test ride them. I got cash right on the spot, and I really enjoyed it. Here's another example. Let's just say that you can't stand people. You don't want to engage with people. You don't want to do customer service. You don't want to talk to customers. You might be thinking, Steve, is this a real thing? Yeah, there's a way that you can make money reselling without ever having to engage. You don't have to talk to people, and that's Amazon FBA. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. So in a nutshell, there's these Amazon warehouses. They're huge. They're like millions of square feet each, and they're all over the country. What I do, because that's my primary business now, is I buy inventory. I buy a lot of books, DVDs, board games, random stuff like that, household items, and I put them all in a box and I ship them to the Amazon warehouses. Now, once it hits the Amazon warehouse, Amazon, their employees and staff will store it in the warehouse, and then when it sells, they'll pick it, they'll pack it, they'll ship it, they'll deal with customer service, returns, refunds, all of that, and then I get an automatic payment every 2 weeks. So that would be a great example for the type of person who maybe doesn't want to deal with people. Maybe you're in the middle and you like to deal with people, but you don't want to meet them in real life. You prefer to ship to them. You enjoy taking pictures. Maybe you like cleaning up and fixing things. Maybe you want to look into eBay, right? Or maybe you love making arts and crafts types of items and you're really good with your hands and custom items. Maybe you want to look into Etsy. So really that's the first 2 steps, right? The 2 steps out of the 6 steps to determining what you should resell is, what are you passionate about? What are you into? And what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? What do you enjoy? What are you into? Do you want to engage with the customer, or do you want to be a little bit hands off? So think about that and leave some comments right now. Let me know, what's your character? You know, what's your personality like? Where do you want to sell? What are you thinking? I want to hear your ideas in the comments below. All right, let's talk about the third thing that you need to consider now that you've gone over your personality, your passions, you know, what type of business lifestyle you want to have based on the pros and cons of some of the various platforms. And again, you know, I'm just moving quickly through this video. You'll have to do some more research. The third thing that you need to consider is your opportunity. You know, each location, demographic, depending on where you live, and of course this could be improved based on, you know, honing your skill set and becoming better at what you do. But in a nutshell, there's going to be different opportunities in different parts of the country. You know, here in the Northeast, I live in Connecticut, there's a huge opportunity for books. You know, I live in a highly literate area. There's a lot of colleges. There's just a ton of books up north. You know, I have a good friend, Chris, the Bonafide Hustler. He lives down in Austin, Texas. Huge opportunity for bicycles. He can really make a lot of money on bikes because it's warm weather. It's just a lot of people that are into health and fitness and sports. He flips a lot of stuff that has to do with like wakeboarding and rollerblading and sports stuff, all that types of stuff, because it's really popular in that area. Depending on where you live, you know, here's another example. My good friend Tino the Soul Advisor. I don't know if he's still making content on YouTube, but he was doing over $200,000 a year selling used shoes on eBay. He lived in Texas as well. It wasn't in Austin, Texas. It was in a more rural area. But he was able to get shoes for $2, $3, $4 each, and he was able to crush it with that item. Not everybody's gonna have that opportunity. Here in my area, shoes are like 12, 13, 14, 15 bucks. So to make a long story short, get out to the thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, and start to kind of, you know, see what opportunities you have. Now, I know it's gonna be tough in the beginning because you really don't know what to resell. You might not even know what an opportunity is. The best advice I can give you is to make sure you download the Amazon Seller app and the eBay app and start looking items up. On the Amazon Seller app, you can scan the barcodes of items and it'll tell you how much it's selling for. On the eBay app, you can type in an item, you can scan the barcode as well, and you can study through the sold listings and the completed listings. You want to get a hang for, you know, what type of opportunity you have. Not every location, not every place that you live versus where I live is going to have the same opportunity. So this is probably going to take the most work and the most time, but spend some time figuring out what types of items are popular, what type of opportunities you have, and go from there. All right, the fourth thing to consider is capital. I'm not going to go too much into this, but certain opportunities are going to require more capital versus less capital. You know, maybe you're going to go into electronics and you're going to start hitting the pawn shops. That might require thousands of dollars to buy calculators and computer stuff and, you know, cameras and items like that versus maybe doing books. I love selling books. And if you guys don't know, I taught my mom how to retire. I'll put a picture of her on the video. She's 67. She goes to thrift stores, library sales. She posts ads on Nextdoor, different things. And she's able to buy books and sell them on Amazon FBA. Most of the books she picks up are 50 cents, $1, up to $4 at our local Savers thrift store. But she loves it. And we have a really good opportunity over here with those types of items. But she didn't have a ton of capital. That's why she started with books versus items like clothing or electronics. So you've got to take a look at your finances. And even if you don't have a lot of money, you can start pretty much reselling any item just on a smaller scale. And when you start flipping them more, save the money, build up your nest egg, and then you can get into bigger and better deals and kind of go from there. It takes time to build up your capital, but just take a look at your finances, take a look at the types of items, and just see what the best fit is for you. Let's talk about the fifth thing that you should consider when you're trying to figure out what to resell, and that's expertise. Now, we talked about passion, but sometimes passion is a little different than expertise. You might be passionate about, you know, bicycles and cycling, but you don't even know how to, you know, tighten up the brakes. Whereas an expert, like my good friend Zach, his family owns a cycling store as well. It's called Fars. It's been around, I think, for like 60 or 70 years, something ridiculous. He's just really, really good at fixing bicycles. So for him, he has that expertise. And when you have an expertise in a specific area, you're able to see things and almost create opportunities out of thin air because you have that expertise when the average person doesn't. My brother, he's a computer engineer. He made a lot of money over the years fixing computers and just doing random things with technology and electronics. And if you guys follow The College Picker on YouTube, he's a great resource for learning how to fix computers, electronics. You know, he's been known to, find broken controllers and fix them and make a profit. For someone like myself who has very little patience with that type of service, I wouldn't be very successful. So also create a list of things that you are considered to be an expert in, and that can be a great place to start as well to determine what to resell and how to start making some money in this business. Number 6, and this is really important, it's just start. Honestly, if you go through this whole process and you're like, I don't know what to sell, I'm not even passionate about that much stuff, I don't consider myself an expert, like honestly, Steve, I don't give a damn. I just wanna make some money, I need to provide for my family, or I'm sick and tired of working this crappy job. I was an employee at the Cracker Barrel and I hated serving tables. I just wanted to find anything that could turn a profit for me. If you're in that position, just get started. Get the eBay app, get the Amazon Seller app, scan everything, look everything up, go to garage sales. GarageSaleFinder.com is a great resource. BookSaleFinder.com is another great way to be able to find library sales. Nextdoor app is a platform where you can put out different ads and whatnot saying, hey, free book pickups, free toy pickups, so on and so forth. Just get out there and learn about different items. You could be a master of all, you could be a jack of all trades, and then you'll figure out what you really like, and you'll use your learning as a stepping stone to bigger and better things. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this business isn't super complicated. You source items, you list items, you ship items, and you make sure the items you source have a market and there's a profit built in, and you rinse and you repeat. So don't overthink things, but if you've been sitting on the sideline for way too long trying to figure out how do I start this business, what do I sell, what platform do I choose, hopefully this video was able to help you out. But again, please just get started. You don't have to make sure the stars are all aligned and everything's perfect and every little thing is in order to get started. Regardless, if you're really, really well prepared versus just freaking jumping in, you're still gonna make mistakes, you're gonna screw things up. You can go through all the courses and videos that you want, but you're still gonna make mistakes, and the best experience that you can learn is the experience of making mistakes, reflecting on them, and then moving forward. So with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to learn more about what items that you should buy and resell, check out the Reseller Handbook. This is a service that I created where each and every day I literally send you a personal list of 5 items that you can resell. Now, this isn't just a Word doc with 5 titles. I give you pictures, I tell you an average selling price, I give you all different types of information about that, so you can literally become a master of over 1,800 items over the next year. And it's just broken down into 5 items each and every day. So definitely check that out. I'll put a special link down below for you to get started. But with that being said, let's go, let's make it happen, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.